chimeras and chiropractors. My name is TBS Guy, and welcome back to the boss designs of Dark Souls after a relatively short last episode where I ran into the Guardian Chimera Manticore thing creature with the wings that I hope Future Skyne had some sensible stuff to say about last time. That didn't take long. I think, I'm reasonably sure we have found the DLC, but now it is time to explore it further. And, yeah, I am curious what we're gonna find here. I mean, the first thing I note about this is that, wow, this certainly does look nicer than normal Lordran, doesn't it? Like, the color grading is completely different, there's life, there's trees. Certainly the light helps a lot in making this place seem more vibrant and alive. Question is, where the hell am I, though? Because, like, the lady from Ulasil we saved from the Crystal Golem was from a time traveler? Which was a thing? Yes, hello, Ulasil. Right, so we have time traveled, then. Hello, Mushroom Man. Are you a hostile Mushroom Man? Because you're really close to a bonfire if you are. I'd like to request that you do not punch me to death. NPC?
Well, look at this one.
Oh, okay.
From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable.
Thanks.
Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Oh my god, she's worse than Princess Peach. Is she just never not in trouble? Sure, why not? Yeah, I've time traveled and now I'm talking to a mushroom. Why not?
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Ulasil.
Okay.
Thou shalt see further on. An abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Ulasil. Knight Artorias came to stop this.
Oh, hello.
But such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet.
So, Knight Artorias, huh? This is where he died, I suppose, or where the seeds of his destruction were sowed. Right then. Any other NPCs around here? Any hidden items? This looks a lot like a graveyard, just saying. The Abyss. And Knight Artorias has nary a bit of the dark in him. The dark, huh? But yeah, definitely like much more vibrant, alive nature rather than the kind of... You can see how like you've got trees that are fallen over. It looks like an ancient forest that's like just been left alone for ages and ages and ages. With, you know, turned over tree trunks. And of course there's ruins in here, so clearly there are people. But given that the only person around here is like a mushroom, probably haven't been a lot of people around for a while. Royal Wood. Royal Wood, Oi! Hi! Hello! How are you doing, gentlemen? What the hell are you? Are you... Wait, those are those overgrown garden people from Darkroot Garden. Except they're wearing clothes and using tools. Okay, I guess it was their garden. This is pretty. Look, there's flowers, and there's mushrooms, and there's giant dudes with stone clubs coming to... They look familiar, too. Hi. Yeah, if you could stop doing that, I'd be grateful. Ah! Okay. Jesus. Is this how you treat tourists around here? I should probably roll to dodge that, then. And he's gonna aggro along with the little one. Okay. Well, I can take care of him first. Okay. Hi. You may remember me from such smash hits as that time you killed me. Okay. We got off on the wrong foot there, buddy, I think. But yeah, again, these are the stone knights from Darkroot Garden, but they're wearing clothes now. Why is the gauntlet... Is there a person in there? Why is he wearing clothes on top of armor? I guess for the same reason they put clothes on plant men. Like, what are you covering up? Stamens? Ooh, more stone mans. Very big stone mans. Hi, hello, hi, how you doing? Do you want to come over here and try and kill me, please? Is there just not going to be anything up here at all? Well, is that building? See, that looks like a button I should be able to push to get a... elevator. But it's not doing what it's supposed to do. These people are really intense about their gardening. I get don't walk on the grass, but this is a little much. Let's see how well this works. Well, it doesn't have much range. Why is he running away? Who's he going to go get? Is he scared of the dragon? I hope he's scared of the dragon. Because, like, usually when they're out, it's because he was gonna go get his big friend and set me up for an ambush. I see. Okay, so Dragon Head doesn't do that much damage, I see. But it is a free ranged attack, basically, except, like, costs stamina, but it has infinite uses. So it's, like, infinitely reusable pyromancy, sorta. Yeah! Ah! Let's just be friends. I'm a dragon, too! See? We're buddies! Hi! I'm a dragon, too! It's fine. Okay. Is a boulder gonna come rolling at me or something? Oh, you! No! Come here! I want you! I want your stuff! Oh. Am I also hearing thunder? What's that rumbling? Oh, that's not natural, is it? Oh, no, that's not natural at all. Oh, I wonder maybe this is the abyss thing that we were hearing about. Oh, hi. He's got garden shears. Well, it was a good effort, dude. Good hustle. I applaud you. My question is, who hired all these gardeners? Well, I guess hired is probably the wrong word. Summoned? Cultivated? Planted? Yeah, I get it. You have a big stone hammer. Cool. Woo. Great arrow used by Hawkeye Gao, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. For dragon slaying, requires a great bow. Huh. It's the abyss making that noise, isn't it? It's gonna be the abyss making that noise. Just big rumbly, grumbly noises. Hey guys, I think I found a big hole in your garden. Oh, there's a bunch of those. Oh boy. Oh wow. They just beat the dragon head right off me. That did look kind of funny. Like the way they smashed me with both their hammers simultaneously, and the dragon head just poof. Hi. Oh, they've got little watering cans. Honestly, if they weren't trying to kill me, they'd be adorable. Oh, this time. No! Ow. I want a faster weapon for this. And goodbye to 32,000 souls, I guess. I should roll more and block less. Okay. We made it to the place. Oh, hello. Oh, mes petites amies. Ah, ouais. Ah, c'est la mort, mon ami. Wait. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, please don't let there be something down here that kills me. I don't trust that door. Oh! Oh! Ah! No! No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to... Okay, so following the dragon means going down there. But going the other way means going through a fog door. So damned if you do, and also damned if you do. Well, there's been logging going on. Like, these are clearly been cut down as logs by people to be used in construction, which is interesting, because used to build what exactly? Hi?
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Sure. Why not?
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two
Is that
of
guy
us.
wearing a Joker mask?
Did you happen across Knight Artorias? The legendary
In a manner of
abyss
speaking?
walker from the old tales. Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
Mwahaha. Okay.
So, what did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business.
Yeah, he seems super trustworthy and definitely not a guy who might stab you in the back at some point. At least he's got stuff. Oh, okay, he has humanity. Well, yeah. See, because where did he get that? It's my question. Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna try and kill me at some point. Just saying. Oh! Is this what I want it to be? Yay! Shortcut, hooray. Okay, good. Yeah, there's a boss in there, okay. Alright. Well, I guess we know who the subject of the next boss designs is probably gonna be about. What the hell is... Oh! Oh, I recognize that sword. Hello? Hi, you seem... nice. We probably don't have to fight each other at all. That's not good, is it? Yeah, that's probably not great. Oh, I remember that. Jesus, don't throw a guy at me. Okay. Oh, hello, Knight Artorias. I was just thinking about you. Oh, hi. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to touch it. You do swing that sword around pretty good. Oh, boy. I wish I could do combos like that. Okay, triple. And he has a dodge roll. Of course he does. That's probably not good. Oh, please tell me that doesn't heal him. Oh, no, that just looks like a power-up. Yeah, oh, that's definitely a power-up. It's like a Hollow Knight boss. He's just splashing stuff all over the plow place. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, hi. Oh, I kind of want a stronger shield right now. Oh, boy, hello, hi. Can we just be friends? You're cool. I want to like you, but I don't want to die. Oh, he's gonna do that again. Oh, boy. Wait, some of his attacks... Is it just me? Or are they a little bit like Sif's? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Oh, boy. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Yeah, could you stop doing that, please? Is he getting bigger? No, he's not. He's just gonna be hurting more. Yeah, that's definitely... Oh, I'm undead. Yeah. I cannot take a direct hit from him, ever. Not when he's powered up. Okay, so I feel like I probably need to attack him during the power-up, because the power-up is bad. It's very bad. So, the communication from Artorias, like the way he was designed, the way the black goopy stuff messed with him. Because he was killing monsters when we first encountered him. He was clearly, like, destroying bad things, but then he sees us and the goop infects him even further, and then he gets hostile towards us. So it feels a little bit like there's a thing of him mistaking us for someone else, like mistaking us for a monster, maybe. Also, his arms don't seem to work properly. Like, well, at least he was constantly one-handing, so it seems like he's broken one arm, or it's just like not working, which is a little bit interesting. Round 2, hello. I also wish that we didn't have to do this, but you know. I'm just gonna take the hit and get, yes. Good bit of damage there. Ow! Okay, so his overhead spin thing... Oh shit, I interrupted it. Yes! Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God I can stop him doing it. Oh. That was longer range than I thought. Okay. My poise is good. Ow. But I can't go toe-to-toe with him. He's way too fast. Yeah, he's definitely got a broken arm or something. Ow. Oh, boy. Oh, he's angry now. But a lot of his attacks are just like how Sif does it. So Sif was, like, influenced by... I'm so close, though! I'm just gonna cheese. There we go. Okay, well... Man, I think I'm overpowered for this. I think I'm very overpowered for this. Okay, so if you don't let him power up and you just kind of tank his hits because you're way overpowered, then you can beat him. But yeah, look at this. Like, look at that. There's this trail, this track of dark goop into this room that leads directly to where we found him. So that was Knight Artorias then. Well, a legendary figure. I feel like we should probably have had a bigger fight, but I had pretty good stats. Which I think is like 90% of the reason why I won. Holy crap, he was terrifying. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that are pretty, like, that stand out about his character design immediately. First of all, he's thin. Like, he's really, really thin. Like, a lot of the other bosses in armor, like your Ornsteins and Smaus, especially Ornstein in this case, are like, they can be sort of lithe and agile, but they're still heavy. Like, they still look like they're wearing full heavy armor. And they still look like imposing and heavy and powerful. But Knight Artorias just looked emaciated, skinny, even. Like, he looked like he'd sort of been almost sucked dry of life, in a sense. And his movements, like the animation and his behavior was also more like... He was, in some ways, behaving more like an animal. Like, he was sort of flying around and shouting and yelling. And over the course of the fight, getting more and more infected with his power-up sequence. I don't necessarily think that was voluntary. Also, what the hell is that? It's bleeding red blood. So... human? Well, once upon a time, maybe. Soul of Knight Artorias, victim of the abyss. Yeah, it kind of seemed that way. Soul of Gwyn's knight Artorias, who was consumed by the abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the abyss only told half the story. It seems he was defeated, and his honor preserved by some unsung hero, who is the true victor over the abyss. Gee, I wonder who that could possibly be. Anyway, that's because I knew Artorias by sight because, of course, he's in the intro to the series. Like he's that last little boss before the crow in the intro. So I had seen parts of his intro cinematic before when I was editing it together, but I didn't actually know that that was Artorias. I mean, I guessed. Once I saw the greatsword with Sif, I guessed, but interesting. More of a zombie, really, than a person. But yeah, I'm going to send it over to Future Sky, who's going to take a closer look at his character design, because I think there was definitely something going on with the hood and the robes and the helmet. Like, I think there might be some stuff to talk about there. So over to you, Future Sky. Well, thank you very much, Paskyne. And yeah, poor Knight Artorias, swallowed by the abyss, driven mad, and then killed by the same person who will, in 1,000 years, kill his dog. Ugh. So, we've already talked about this in the video, but Artorias really is incredibly skinny and emaciated. And there's a few things about his character design that are designed to highlight that particular point. First, most of his armor is a very tight fit, to put it mildly, especially around his arms. The armor is practically bolted directly onto his skin. But more than that, his outfit is also designed to slim him down and elongate him to make him appear taller and lankier than perhaps he really is, especially his hood and his helmet. The hood is wrapped tightly around the sides of his head, which slims it down and makes it appear taller. And then on top of that, you've got a long, tall, pointy helmet with a really long, feathery tail coming off the end of it, making Artorias look very long and lanky indeed, and making his head look very long and thin as well. The upshot of all of this is that despite the fact that he's more covered up than a nun at Sunday service, we nonetheless get an impression, accurate or not, of the physicality that's present underneath all that cloth and armor. Now, using a hood and a helmet to make a character appear taller and thinner than they really are is a trick that may be familiar to you if you have watched any Lord of the Rings movies. The hanging cloth and the tall hoods of the ring wraiths in Lord of the Rings create a bunch of upwards pointing lines that give the impression of these very tall, thin, lanky creatures, even though, of course, the actors underneath portraying them are ordinary humans with, human physicality. And the strongest example of this little trick in action is with the Witch King of Angmar, who supplements the tall hood with an even taller, pointed, very elongated helmet that gives him this tall, regal look. Those eye holes are absolutely nowhere near where the eyes of the actor are supposed to be located, but because they're so far up, well, they give the impression of someone taller and thinner. And Artorias' character design is pulling the exact same trick. The helmet that he wears is positioned on top of his head. It's really more of a hat or even a bicycle helmet than a traditional knight's helmet, but because the helmet is elongated, the beak of the helmet, as it were, essentially becomes a stand-in for Artorias' nose and the direction of his gaze, and so mentally, we place his face far further up on the body than it really is, which gives us, again, that extended, elongated appearance, just like the Witch King. All of this, of course, in service of giving us a picture of a broken man, or well, perhaps not quite broken, but certainly at a breaking point. Artorias has been consumed by the void. His mind is going, his body and his sanity is going, and all he really has left is his murderous combat instincts, which he immediately turns on us. Then, of course, on top of that, it doesn't hurt that his sword is completely ragged and half destroyed, and his armor is in tatters and pieces with gashes and cuts all over both the cloth and the metal, showing that the guy has clearly been through quite a bit of an ordeal to get to this point. So anyway, that's all relatively surface design stuff. The thing that really caught my eye about Artorias is his color. Besides the gunmetal gray that otherwise dominates his armored frame, Artorias wears bright blue. Now, in modern times, you can just walk down to the nearest arts and crafts store and pick up a whole tube of cobalt blue for a couple of dollars, but for most of human history, that's really not what it's like. There are not a lot of sources of blue color in nature. So before the rise of synthetic color, blue was very difficult to produce. Now, there's been a few sources over the years. Woad flowers in the Caucasus, for example, could be treated with, among other things, human urine in order to produce a powerful blue dye. Indigo, which was derived from a plant that's found natively in India, was used for a blue dye for centuries in the Old World, and in fact, the blue dye that the Indians had access to was one of the major trading goods that the British came looking for during colonization. But the most powerful blue, the most vibrant, the most beautiful blue that was available to people was ultramarine. This dye is derived from lapis lazuli, a semi-precious stone that for centuries was only really available from mines in Afghanistan. The combined cost of mining, processing, and finally importing this particular color made it, and I can't overstate this enough, obscenely expensive. Ultramarine was far more valuable by weight than even gold. And part of the reason why we think of blue as a royal color is that for most of human history, you had to be royalty to be able to afford it. Even the cheaper colors like indigo and woad were still produced with long, expensive, difficult refinement processes that made them incredibly expensive and completely unavailable to normal people. A good part of the reason why art, for a long time in human history, was not really the pursuit of the common man, but had to be bankrolled by, wealthy merchants and churches and indeed wealthy royal patrons, because simply the color of dye is the mere cost of procuring the materials necessary to create a painting were prohibitively expensive for anyone who wasn't at the very top of society. Because of the prestige of ultramarine and because of the already present religious connotations of being sky blue, in the 13th century, the Catholic Church made ultramarine the official color of the Virgin Mary. She is often depicted wearing robes of ultramarine, often as some kind of a veil or headscarf worn around her head, almost like a sort of a hood. Now, hang on, Skyen, are you really suggesting that there is a thematic connection between Knight Artorias and the Virgin Mary? Yes, I am. Because remember what Elizabeth tells us about Artorias. Part of the reason why he falls to the abyss, part of the reason why he fails, is that he has not a whiff of dark in him. He has no darkness inside him. He is too pure, too divine. Blue is the color of the Virgin Mary. It's the color of the sky. It's the color of the ocean. It's the color of royalty, and it is the color of gods. And one of the major themes of Dark Souls so far is that all of this royalty, all of this pomp and circumstance, all of this glory of the Age of Fire and the glory of the gods is kind of a big flashy lie. As we've discussed many times over already, the Age of Fire seems kind of destined to fail. And if I were to take a guess at one of the major themes of the game is that this is a little bit of a metaphor for, human existence. We're all going to die. Someday. It's inevitable. We can prolong it with medicines and exercise and all kinds of efforts to make our own personal Age of Fire last a little bit longer, but one day the dark will claim us. Prepare to die. That is literally the tagline. Artorias is dressed in the color of divinity, and divinity goes hand in hand with immortality, and immortality cannot contemplate its own ending. It cannot confront that horror of death, of finality, and so the abyss drives Artorias mad. It infects him, it corrupts him, ultimately it consumes him. As the chosen undead, we can confront death over and over again because of the curse of the dark sign. We are prepared to die. We have that spark of dark in us. We succeed where Artorias fails because we have a dark soul. Hey, thank you very much for watching another episode of the Boss Designs of Dark Souls. Now, as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon, and do all the YouTube things so that my channel gets to stay alive. This particular series of videos is not exactly the most popular content on my channel, so if you have some friends who you feel like might be inclined to enjoy watching videos about Dark Souls where I talk about stuff, well, feel free to share it with them and with the communities that you spend your time in. I would really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel more directly, well, there's Patreon for that, where you can pay me like $1 a month if you want to help me pay for rent and food and clothes while I edit these long-ass videos. And you can also do a one-time direct donation with some of the tip jars that I've got down in the description to say, hey, you did a video about Dark Souls where you talked about the color blue and the Virgin Mary for some reason. Here's $1 for that, and I would be very grateful. As I say at the end of my videos, even $1 to a content creator like me can be the same as thousands of views on a video or tens of thousands of views on a website that's run by ads. So whether it's me or whether it's someone else, if you have an online content creator whose work you enjoy, please consider supporting us directly. It matters so much more than you think. Of course, if you haven't enjoyed this video, there's a dislike button down below for that very purpose. Well, that and one more purpose. A grander purpose. A divine purpose. But don't worry about it. You can just click it. My Dark Master will thank you.